Breaking news, MrBeast just filed a trademark to launch his own banking app complete with crypto and credit cards. Yep, the guy who went through a Hardee's drive-thru 1,000 times in a row might soon be handling people's checking accounts. And today we're gonna break it down. Plus, I'll give you my take on the situation and explain why this may be a symptom of a much bigger problem in the financial world. All right, here's the scoop. On October 13th, 2025, year of our Lord, MrBeast filed a trademark application for MrBeast Financial, which according to Newsweek is a banking services mobile app that provides cryptocurrency, investment banking, and other services including a potential credit card. And apparently this plan has been in the works for most of the year, because back in March, Business Insider reported that Beast Industries, which is his parent company, was exploring the idea of offering financial services like loans and credit cards as well as financial literacy content. Now, we don't have a whole lot of info on how exactly this Beast Financial business will operate and what they'll be offering to customers, but here's what I do know. Ventures like this typically don't end well. Now, I definitely don't mean that as some kind of put down of MrBeast. He's a smart businessman who's done incredible charity work and helped a whole lot of people, building wells all across Africa and satisfying the sweet tooths of countless cringy middle schoolers with Feastables. But whenever influencers dip their toes into the financial industry, their customers usually wind up getting scammed and screwed. And to prove it, let's look at a few recent examples. In 2021, Kim Kardashian promoted a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max on Instagram, asking her followers if they were into crypto. What she didn't say was that she'd been paid $250,000 for the post, and that led to a $1.26 million fine from the SEC. So really, if you look at it this way, Kim Kardashian paid the SEC $1 million to talk about Ethereum Max for free. Great deal for Ethereum Max. It's good business. Also in 2021, Logan Paul launched a project called Crypto Zoo, promising a play-to-earn game where users could buy NFT eggs, hatch hybrid animals, and earn returns through zoo tokens. Okay, I hate this timeline.
You are sus.
But if this sounds stupid to you, don't worry, so is Logan Paul. He just made Tamagotchis and crypto have a baby? What is going on here? Just give me Pokemon Go and GTFO. Get the freak out because we're homeschool approved.
Safe for homeschoolers.
Now, Logan Paul's game, of course, never actually worked, leaving investors with worthless NFTs and no functioning product. Although I think worthless and NFT is kind of redundant, so I'll just say NFT. And 2021 really was a golden year for this kind of nonsense, because that's also when members of the esports group FaZe Clan promoted a cryptocurrency called Save the Kids. They claimed that a portion of each transaction would go to charity. But shortly after launch, code changes allowed early investors to sell off massive amounts and tank the price, turning the whole thing into a textbook pump and dump scheme, aka fraud. And those three stories are just scratching the surface. There's plenty more schemes where that came from, including more recent influencer finance fails like hers. I'm not gonna say her name, okay? This is a family-friendly program and I refuse. But I'll just say this, starts with Hawk, ends with Tua. That's all I'm gonna say, nothing more.
I'm with you, buddy.
You are now, because I explained it to you.
What are you...
Her meme coins skyrocketed in value, but then crashed within hours, which triggered lawsuits alleging a pump and dump scam. But here's the deal. While it's easy to make fun of influencer finance schemes, there's a reason people flock to them so consistently. Specifically, three main traps attract people to those kinds of financial products, and if you're not careful, it can be easy to fall for them. So let's go over the list, starting with trap number 1. Everybody's looking for the next Bitcoin. People want in early on the next big thing. They want to be the guy who bought Bitcoin at $2, or the girl who sold her Cabbage Patch Kids before the crash of '86. So people chased after hype instead of actual legitimate financial principles. But there's a reason investments like Bitcoin that suddenly explode in value get so much attention. They're super rare. Most of the time, when you invest in weird hype-driven schemes, you wind up getting let down in a big way. And that's because hype doesn't actually build wealth, it just builds a bubble. And guess what bubbles do? I did the sound effect editors, saved you the time. I know those are hard to find, but you creating a bubble that floats magically in front of the camera, that's easy. I gave you the easy job.
I can't thank you enough.
But seriously, real wealth isn't built in chasing the latest fad. It is built with boring, consistent habits over time, investing in something that's actually going up in value that's not based on how people feel about it. But chasing the latest crypto coin or elf-like plush monster, that's not investing. It's just gambling and speculation. And quite frankly, a little demonic. I don't like the way they look at me. Moving on to trap number 2, Get rich quick is and always will be attractive. It's human nature to want the shortcut. We want results fast, we want the reward without the grind. We want the perfect lasagna without giving it a whole hour in the oven. But your lasagna won't have crispy edges in the flaky center if you're not patient, and more importantly, you won't ever build real wealth if you're not willing to wait. I love this verse from Proverbs that sums it up. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. You see, the typical millionaire didn't reach that point by stocking up on the latest coin or hitting it big with a sports betting parlay or winning the lottery. They got there with patience, discipline, and consistency. And most of all, boring investments. In fact, 80% of net worth millionaires reach that status primarily from investing in their employer-sponsored retirement plan. How boring is that? Moral of the story, someone promising you a fast track to wealth is almost always the one getting rich from whatever they're selling, be it a course or a financial product. And finally, trap number 3, and this one's obvious, people tend to trust influencers for some reason. When your favorite YouTuber says something is a great deal, it feels like a recommendation from a friend. But here's the thing, that friend is getting paid. And not only that, but they aren't any closer to being a real friend than Dora the Explorer. And I know, she helped you learn how to read a map and speak a little Espanol. But she's not real, Brandon, it's a cartoon. And she doesn't even use usted. Show some respect to your senoras. Golly. Bottom line here, influencers almost always have their best interests in mind, not yours, when they're trying to sell you products. And they're not gonna Venmo you when their scheme crashes and you get left with a $6,000 JPEG of a cartoon platypus. And look, I am well aware that there's some natural irony here, since I am a financial YouTuber who occasionally promotes things. But I never have and never will sell you a product that promises get rich quick or makes your financial situation worse. And another thing, I'm never gonna recommend that you invest in a specific fund or a coin that I personally benefit from. Have I thought about launching Camel Coin? You bet your bottom coin. Talk about a pump and dump? I'm talking about a hump and dump. That's Camel Coin, baby. Dromedary. 2 humps this time. Editors, keep that in. That's not sexual. That's how God created them. Take it up with him. We can't say the word hump. People will think that's... You're homeschooled. Get over it. The word hump exists in other contexts. Dylan. D-I-L-L-O-N. Definitely homeschooled. 1000% homeschooled. Why do they always have to be different? They're already gonna be different enough because they're homeschooled. You don't have to change their name to make it complicated. Haley, H-A-Y-L-E. Don't make it any harder than it already is for them to exist. Says good mother say you're already the wrong. Game boy.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
You don't understand the power they have.
All of the advice I give on this channel is genuinely designed to help you win with money, not to pad my pockets with extra cash. And on that note, I've got 3 principles for you to ensure you don't wind up putting money into a financial product that could end up screwing you over. But even if you never sign up for one of these influencer products, you're still at risk for online scams. Why? Because your data's floating around like a bubble with your name and email and phone number and address in it. If you don't put the bubble in to make me look stupid, that's gonna be so embarrassing. Don't do that, editors. But that's why I use Delete Me, a sponsor of today's video. Delete Me combs through hundreds of sketchy data broker sites to remove your personal data anywhere they see it pop up. And that way it can't get sold to spammers and scammers looking for a new target. And they also take custom requests if you find something online. So you can sign up today and get 20% off their annual plans when you go to joindeleteme.com/George or use the link in the description below. All right, here we go. 3 principles for avoiding a bad investment. Number 1, avoid hype-driven financial products. If the only reason something sounds like a good investment is because everyone's talking about it, that is your sign to hit pause. Hype is not a financial strategy, it's a marketing tactic. Just because something is trending doesn't make it trustworthy. If it feels like everyone's rushing to buy it, chances are the real money has already been made by someone else. Number 2, don't invest in anything you don't fully understand. If you don't get it, don't put money into it, period. You should be able to explain your investment in 1 or 2 sentences without using terms like risk-free investment, guaranteed returns, or God forbid, blockchain. If your explanation sounds like the plot of a bad sci-fi movie, you probably shouldn't be investing in it. And here's the thing, you don't have to be a financial expert to invest, you just need to understand what your money is doing and why. And finally, number 3, only take money advice from proven experts. Just because someone has followers doesn't mean they have wisdom. And look, I love Rainbolt as much as the next guy, but I'm not asking him for money advice. Though if I ever need to know which street in New Guinea a specific tree is from, First person I'm going to.
Okay, this dirt looks Polish.
And before you follow anyone's financial advice, including mine, ask yourself this. Do they actually live this stuff out? Do they have a proven track record of actually helping people win with money? And are they genuinely trying to make my life better, or just selling something to make a profit? You see, the team here at Ramsey, we've been helping people win with money for over 30 years, teaching our audience and pointing them to other providers that we trust. And while we do sell books and other tools designed to help you win with money, we will never sell you a specific investment or any kind of product that puts you further into debt. We don't do schemes here, we just do advice that requires discipline and sacrifice. So if you want to hear my investment advice with no sales pitch attached, click here to watch this video up next where I break down my investing strategy. You can also use the link in the description below. That's it for today. Be sure to subscribe, hit like on the video, and share it with someone who always uses usted. And to them I say, gracias for the respect. Thanks for watching. Adios.